All right. What's up, my good people? It is your girl, Mitch Gaming, and we're officially live tonight for the Pubg Mobile Sub-Saharan Africa Clash. It is your girl, Mitch Gaming, and as usual, I'm very much excited, and I cannot wait to see how the teams tonight are going to be performing. These are the wildcard games, and just to take a quick peek at the teams that are going to be performing tonight, I mean, we're expecting the best teams to try and get their way back. We have Delta Force, Fallen Ruthless. Those two teams are from Kenya, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be having a lot of people trying to see what they're up to. B13 ESPORTS from Tanzania. We have Thunder ESPORTS, Samaritans, number 7, Cast Force, Rise ESPORTS, Xdragons, Izzy Iw, Exit Team, ZANNETI, Emperors, 7 King, Team Freestyles, KeNX Esports, Rain Esports, Foul Play, Veteran Esports, and Fear Esports as well. So basically what is going to be happening today and tomorrow is that these teams are going to be trying their luck to get back in that road for the Sub-Saharan Clash tournament, to get into the finale. But first they have to go through the wild card, then go back into group stage. So we actually have 20 teams that are supposed to be playing tonight, and only 4 teams will be proceeding into that next stage, that is the group stage, after the wild card games are done for 2 whole days. So as you can see, we might just be having some early fights here. We have CZ, a new rename there, that is Delta Force, have renamed themselves to CZ Esports. Well, we have okay. All good, I believe. I don't know where your chat went, so. No, Mthando. No worries. But yes, of course, we're having some early fights there. We can see some teams already started eliminating each other. When you look at where we have FR, that is Fallen Ruthless, I believe another team that people will be looking at to see how they're going to be performing, are now going against Samaritans. They seem to have landed in the same place. For Joker, he and Miniboss are the only last players standing from their team. They're probably going to be pressuring him right now, to try and get that recall for that knocked teammate. It will take a lot of pressure for them. But let's see how Joker handles this situation. Most of the teams have actually spread out throughout the game. They're not really here to take on any fights. Usually, we know how Rondo works. Most of the fights tend to happen a little bit early. We tend to have a lot of hot drops. And it seems like someone actually encountered Samaritans Joker, that is Zabara, was knocked and thirsted while he was just there, making his, I think his ranked, and then he was taken back to lobby while doing that. Now, most of the teams, if I'm being honest, they have to be very much careful because any small mistake and it will have you guys going back to lobby. What did Fallen Ruthless just do right now? Nah, someone called them for a meeting. Now Shakid is the only person remaining. I don't know if Shakid is looking to take on this fight or he's probably going to be doing the recall, and he actually goes for that recall. Now Fallen Ruthless, we have to talk about that play. That was a very very bad play coming from you guys. We can see someone called Shiva there in the map getting on some fight, but Shakid, they're wanting to go in for that, which Joker actually trying to go in. The shotguns are protecting from Shakid, but Joker gets another one down. They're forcing that to lobby, but unfortunately the teammates from Fallen Ruthless will be landing there on time, and Joker will be going back to lobby. Fallen Ruthless, guys, we have to ask them what happened there, because honestly, that is not how I'd expect Fallen Ruthless to play in any tournament. That is not how I'm expecting them to play. It's really, really, really bad. Let's close some tabs. Okay, so VT, what is VT? Oh, VT lost all their teammates. Only one remains, that is Tariq. All right, so I hope they have a plan around that. Now, most of the teams here are going to be losing some numbers, but let's go ahead and see what KEN is up to. A couple of knocks to their name there. We can see someone called Shiva. We can see Tiger. We can see that is I think this is Emperor. I believe this is Emperor Kanye. He has to really go in for that push, otherwise it's going to be a very unfortunate situation for the team. They're not able to get any eliminations. And I mean, the player there from Ken literally passing but it seems like he will be taking on that first knock. And the players will now go in for that push. They know at least one player is down. AO waiting there with an S12K. Another gun. I don't like pushing because of how it goes. Like when he gets the first player down, focus and fast. Almost costing his life. Beautiful damage in an S12K. And he might actually get another knock here. He's running from S12K. But I mean, he's missing a lot of shots to be able to do anything about that now. If you cannot use a shotgun, Habibis and Habibtis, please throw away that gun. Throw it. It's not even a must for you to know how to use it. But of course, you have another team there. That is N7 Assad. I am seeing another. I think this is a hot drop here. We have at least 4 teams together, but the nade, they have been cooked up by Assad. He stops cooking it and he tries to go in for that push, switches again to that shotgun. You can hear the player going in for that push. Go to S4K. No, Rise, you had him, but you just had to fumble that one. You just had to fumble, nah. I just see people fumbling tonight. What's the issue? What's the problem? What's not happening, guys? So Emperors as well are taking on a fight there. Kanye being taken down, and his teammate Viper making a run for it. Now 1878 can actually try and get a revive on his knocked teammate, but he's actually thinking about it. I don't know if he's willing to take on this fight just yet. But of course, he's trying to heal up there, trying to find a solution. But for the Emperors, one of the teammates, Beast, made his way into that recall center, and will be getting that recall on that knocked teammate, Samarita. Akashi is down, taken back to lobby. The teammate, they try to get some cover, but I've not seen them getting anyone down just yet. Team 16 there, we can see them really close to SAMARITANS as well. Coolman is basically playing it safe. He doesn't want to be in the middle of that fight just yet. But of course, I'm sure they know this position. He has been firing back to back and exposing his location to every single team that has been really close to them. I don't know how these fights are happening. Remember, this is a wild card, guys. Only 4 teams will be advancing into that group stage. So these teams really need to put in the work. They really need to find their footing in this tournament. They have to get their training done. Because, I mean, guys, I keep on saying it. PMNC is about to begin. And this should be a good place for you guys to practice. A good place, to understand how your opponents are thinking. And what should we learn. Which team should be watch out for. I mean, a lot of things there can be learned. If you want tips on which team to avoid, my DM is open. I've seen the future, and some teams are going to be giving us a very hard time. But of course, there we have N7 Sad. He's down. The teammate, I don't know if he's going to go in for that revive. Rain going in for that push. Beautiful thought. I mean, the moment they got the knockdown, they went in. But we have a third party, and that gets him all the way back to lobby now. N7 going in for that push. Their teammate has been taken back to lobby now. One friend remains standing, is getting shot from every side. And of course, Cairo and the teammate will be taking him back to lobby. 5 eliminations to Rain. CZ Crazy Esports, I'm yet to see what they can actually do, but we're going to be looking at them there just to see what they're up to. I mean, SAMARITANS, we have them trying to loot up here. We have SAMARITAN Mini Boss and the Joker are making their way around the game here. I'm probably going to be waiting to see some action. But then we have Ken also taking on a fight. Let's see where Ken is as of now. You've been taken back to lobby. Now the teammate Mitat trying to go in for that push, scoping up the area, trying to see if we can get a couple of knocks there, but then nothing is really happening. But as you can see, Team 11 is on that hot seat. Some of the teammates have been taken down, cars have been spotted, and Daddy will be getting good sprays on the guy, taking him back to lobby just like that. Now when you look at a player like 20, I'm not sure if he's willing to take on any fight just yet. They're in that blue zone. They're still trying to get some utilities up there. They need to get the recall. They need to go to that safe zone. A lot of things are coming to play, but the players are not really in that mood to take on any fight just yet. Crazy Esports are trying to make it their way into that zone. I can see Izzy. Is it Izzy or Izzy? I can see them in the kill feed taking on a fight. So let's see what they're really up to. Chen. Probably not anything that we expected to be happening there. But then Team 12, they need to go into that safe zone. Rise Esports as well. They need to, I think they're also taking on a fight that I don't think they wanted to take on. B13 Esports as well. They have a fight where they are. But where is this fight? I cannot open them up and just... Oh, damn. I guess we'll have to wait and see if we can get anything. But of course, I mean, with the zone about to shift, let's see how the zone is looking like. Most of the teams are trying to make their way into that safe zone. Some of them are losing numbers along the way. Force Emma is probably looking at that enemy team and trying to see what he can do about it. But we finally have a push there, and I mean, beautiful play there from the teammate from Force, but he will be spotted as well. Now we can hear Road trying to get some sprays towards the team here, trying to get some cover on Zero, but then unfortunately, I don't think that cover is doing a lot right now. Emma is just holding it down there. The teammates from TER, they will be trying to get closer. I believe that is Terror 6. Is it Terror 6? I don't know. But they're, of course, going to try and get a little bit close here. Emma takes the vehicle and goes away immediately. Save to Row. I think they're trying to look for that recall. Now, the only good thing about Rondo is that you can get to recall your knocked teammates whenever you have the opportunity. Unless they were eliminated early and you already recalled them, then that's a little bit of a problem. But we have a fight there. Crazy Esports seems to have already taken some eliminations to their name, and they should probably try and go in for that safe zone. Seeing that we have a player from Team 19, that is Rain, waiting patiently. B13 Esports. Their teammates are getting knocked there. One of the B13 is already down. Some smokes are in here, but I mean, the Emperors are going in for that, which we want to see what the Lacey be up to. A beautiful cover. They're actually getting some damage on Kanye, but I mean, Lacey will be going down. Now the teammates, only one man remains standing. That is Esports. Cook up that nade, give us a Kobe, but he still has to think about it. I don't know why he stopped cooking up that grenade. He's trying to see what he can do about it. You can see someone, Viper. Beautifully done there from Esports. One player down from Emperor. You can't go in for that push, but he chooses to go in for that Kobe, and I hope it connects because we need a Kobe. B13 is supposed to be closing in again. We can't see them trying to go in against the players from Emperor. One of the teammates there are bleeding with that push. It seems like he's already in the game. Excuse me. Lacey was the only person who was taken back to lobby. Mole is going. What they don't know is that the players from Emperor are not even that close to get another knock happening there. Kanye very much damaged, but of course the teammates from B13, they should have gone in for that push. Now the revive is finally happening. B13 Esports, we can see someone passing by. He actually distracts them, and we have the players there from Emperor eliminated by B13, and the players from, I think there is another team that is also third party, BET, saving the day for B13 Esports. Now foul play, they are also trying to find their footing in this game. There we can see two of their teammates are down. I don't know about Kobe and Manboy. I hope they give themselves a name that matches their skills. Don't call yourself Kobe, and we're not seeing any Kobe's in our screens, all right? We need to see some Kobe's, and then now we can talk about your team and everything that comes with that. Now we have the players from KN trying to make their way into that zone. As you can see, oh, sorry for putting my screen off. As you can see, they're actually very much not in that safe zone. Crazy Esports, we can see a player that is Brainboy trying to scout out the place here. Actually, Crazy Esports is gatekeeping here. That means teams that are trying to make their way into that safe zone will not make it easy, because now Crazy Esports is watching them. They're trying to get something happening where they are, but then Fear taking on the players from B13 Esports. We can see some of them being knocked in the kill feed, and I need to see what's happening. But then I need to find B13 Esports. Two of their teammates are down. One man remains standing, and that is Mazakaza. He wants to make his way into that safe zone. B13 Esports players are down. The damage from Fear Protein is actually really good, and Mazakaza might just be feeding Fear Esports his elimination. They're trying to make it into the safe zone. No one is able to destroy this vehicle. How is this possible? Whichever prayer you make, please tell us, we'll join you. But it seems like he has been spotted. They are Crazy Esports, Mahiri and his teammate Aman. They are down, and the teams are still closing in here. Crazy Esports are still moving around the vehicles. We can see a lot of fights happening in that kill feed, but I think that most of the teams are actually gatekeeping each other as they're trying to make it into that safe zone. As you can see there, we can see Fear Esports also giving foul player hard time, and they might have just been able to get one of their teammates eliminated. But of course, we cannot see what's really changing now. Most of the teams are taking on fight. 6 gaming. Where's 6 gaming? 6 gaming as well. One of the teammates is down. MG Baby trying to get some damage there on the knocked. Trying to get the revive on the knocked teammate. But of course, we are not seeing any more pressure coming to their side for foul play. On the other hand, one of their teammates is already down. Probably 3 players remain standing. Fear Esports, they are making rotations into that safe zone. I'm yet to see impressive S12K games just yet. Most of the teams are playing it safe there. They're not really giving us, what we're looking for. 6 gaming there, getting some sprays there. We can see a team passing by. A drive-by there from FR Effects. We'll be taking the players from 6 gaming back to the beautiful S12K. Now, I mean, FR was about to, flop this game in the first fight. They had a player there, from which team was that? SAMARITANS is actually Joker. He's back again and he's giving another team a hard time. Crazy Esports, they encountered Joker. I think this is the player we're all going to be looking at when we're playing the tournament here. He has been able to give teams a headache and he's not stopping there just yet. Crazy Esports on their side. We can see them taking on some fights, but I really need to see what they're up to here. Crazy. One of the teammates goes down. Wheezy, as they're putting some pressure, they're trying to cast. Mahiri goes down as well. Now Brain Boy, the last player standing there, I believe he has something for us. Either we get some push there or some clutch, but I believe the players from Wheezy are really giving them the pressure there. Nade was almost cooked by Brain Boy. He changes his mind. He hears the team player going away, trying to get the space, connecting. And they did. The flying Dutchman did not make their way into the zone. But as soon as he does that, KeNX gets back to the as well. Now, Ruthless are still in the game. There are 14 eliminations to their name. And foul plays in the middle of a very hot zone. Fear Esports being spotted. Kobe. Okay, that team is done. I was waiting for Kobe. Better give us a Kobe. Now, 5 teams remain standing. ZANNETI there. We can see Fallen Ruthless. We can see KEN and SAMARITANS are the only 5 teams remaining right now. And if we look at a player like KeNX, he's not really in the mood for that fight. A player like Stenaki. Hey! Still I still also holding down here. I think these teams are not ready to take each other on. I mean, a lot is coming to play here. A lot of points need to be gathered to make it into that top 4. But when you are not making it into that top 4, you get to be eliminated easily. Now, with that zone about to close in, most of the teams need to make it into that safe zone. The next games will start on Friday. That is the group stages. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. That is when the group stages begin. Excuse me. Now, of course, this being the last zone fight, the only team that is actually safe as of now is KEN. And, bro, sorry. The team that is remaining right now on the safe zone is KEN and ZANNETI. These 2 teams are in that safe zone, but every other team right now, they need to make their way into that safe zone. They need, to find their safe place. Which team is Tempest? What is Tempest? There is Tempest? I've not seen Tempest. Foul play there. Last player has been ported, taken back to lobby. Now, we can see KN they are taking on a fight. I believe someone there was actually knocked, but unfortunately, SAMARITANS will be going back to lobby. Now, KN getting some damage there from the zone. They need to make their rotations. Fallen Ruthless still not a bit good with where they are. But I mean, the team that is actually having a good time with where they are right now is ZANNETI. That is ZANNETI Esports. They're very much safe. They're only getting pressure from Zaber. They're getting out of Kobe's on their side. KN on the other side here. They're not really safe. But then ZANNETI, that is ZANNETI, plays. Get some plays there on FR Effects, taking him back to lobby immediately without thinking about it. Now, this is the thing. These teams here, all of them, they need to change. They need to change their position. They need to go towards a Fallen Ruthless so that they can be safe for this game. Now, that's the only thing they need to do. But as you can look at the game here, it's not something that can easily happen. Do you know why? Because they will be exposed there. Kobe coming from Fallen Ruthless player Zaber, and he gets ZANNETI, Jaden down on his knees, and they're still calling him for cover. I mean, that cover can easily knock you. You have to be very much careful. someone gets voted. We have KN player just trying to make his way into the safe zone. Sports the players from ZANNETI, they're trying to make it into the zone, and we have them going in there. One of the teammates from FR1 because of his ball to check in the north angle. He actually makes them a little bit distracted, and we have Pilot being taken down. One player, Raven, gets a revive, but Fallen Ruthless will be going in for that push and taking the last players from ZANNETI Esports all the way back to lobby. Now that is something I expected in the last zone fight. A lot of unexpected pushing, holding, a lot of things come in play, but of course it is just the first game there, and we have Fallen Ruthless getting themselves a chicken dinner, but not only a chicken dinner, but they get themselves 21 eliminations with that chicken dinner. Second place, ZANNETI, we have them getting a total of 10 eliminations. Third, we have KN with 5. 4, we have SAMARITANS. 8, 5, we have Foul Play. 5, 6, we have Fear. 3, 7, we have Crazy Esports. 14, wow. 8, we have Izzy with 8. 9, we have 6 Gaming. 2, 10, we have 7K. 2, 11, we have VT. 3, 12, we have Force 0. 13, we have B13 with 2. 14, we have Xdragons. 6. 15, we have TE, I'm not sure the name. 3. 16, we have Emperor with 5. 17, we have Rain with 5. 18, we have Rise with 3. 19, we have N7 with 3. Going all out with 7 eliminations, we have FR Zabber, Best Companion with 2 rescues. We have IW Tiger, and then finisher with the final elimination, FR Zabber. Well, I believe that is it for game number 1. We are just getting started. Teams are just warming up, so give them time for now. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right back for game number 2 to see how the teams in the wildcard are going to be performing and which teams do we think are going to be making it into the next stage, that is the group stage. For now, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right back after the break. BRB.
Feeling
I'm still wondering Mahao naingianga aje live yangu ukiwa live. Anyway guys, we're back for that second game of the night, and it is Erangel, and I keep on telling you guys this. Erangel is basically the easiest map to play in PUBG Mobile. You can go from one corner to the other if you understand it and not get spotted. But the only thing I have understood about the teams playing in SSA is that these guys know the maps better than I do. And you will see some skills that you've never seen before, and it's probably because these teams actually far much experience compared to me and you when it comes to playing in tournaments. So we will just watch and judge till the game is over, right? But as look at the playing path, it is coming from military base all the way to Stalba. If we had a team like the Brutal Psychos playing here tonight, they probably would have landed in a military base. That is where we would expect to see them landing. I think I have mastered most of the landing places for these teams. I'm like a secret weapon now. If you want to know where a team is, if you want to know something about a team, guys, I'm telling you, I'm your guy. You better text me and then I'll update you. I'll tell you what you need to know about any team, all right? I know even the weakest and the strongest person in every team. That's how much I've studied you guys. All right. So let's see where the teams are going to be landing. I'm expecting a team to go to Novo. We can see a little bit of some teams going around Milta there. We're expecting some to go around Mansion, Shelter, Prison. I'm expecting people on that side. Pochinki, interestingly, we have CZ, that is Crazy Esports, landing in Pochinki. Foul play there, taking on an early fight. That is 7K, also taking on a fight there. We can see KN, one of the teammates that Shinaki has been taken back to lobby. The other is trying to get into the glider and maybe go away from this fight. I'm not sure if they'll make it up, been spotted, but all the best to you guys. Rain as well is taking on an early fight. Foul play is also taking on an early fight. So let's go where these fights are. Let's see what's really happening, because Foul play there trying to get their revive. I cannot see anyone next to them there. We have TE, another team that is around the school apartments. Nothing is there really, so let's see what to expect. But of course, team 8 there, we can see someone trying to do a closet change. They seem to have all the time in the world, you know, to do what they gotta do. But of course, the comment section, someone just said that the games are easy for Fallen Ruthless. Do you agree with that? Do you think that this lobby is actually easy for Fallen Ruthless to make it into that next stage? Also in the comment section, you can tell me which teams you guys think will make it into that next stage. But of course, there we have team 11. One of the teams that is Xdragon has been knocked and thirsted, and now Daddy, you have to be very careful because there's someone there who's really close. Another one goes down, and I believe he's going to be taken back to lobby now. Daddy, being the last person standing, will be going back to lobby as well. What an unfortunate encounter there from Xdragon. They took on an early fight, and I don't think they had planned for that. But now, in the comment section, again, like I was asking, which 4 teams do you guys think are going to be making into that next stage? All the teams have been listed in the description box, and you can tell me in the comment section. I can go ahead and, you know, predict, but I don't want to be giving anyone any caster's curse. But at this point, I cannot predict. I cannot predict. B13 ESPORTS, they seem to be having an early fight. They have N7 right in front of them, and Aside has already been taken down. Rambo, Play, Zizo, the only players remaining from their team. I think we'll be seeing something here. But let's just give it time and see what N7 is up to. Seeing that already one of their teammates was knocked, and they were able to get that revive. So, of course, I will wait and see how that really goes. But then so far, we have a team in Novo, very much safe. Rise Esports, 6 Gaming, I think we'll be expecting to see them there. If anything happens, 6 Gaming and Rise might just encounter each other there during that rotation into that safe zone. 7K as well as this team that is next to them, KN. Also around the rotation, they might actually encounter each other around that rotation. But then Rain Esports, I want to go where Rain Esports is right now, because I can see some fights happening where there one of the teammates has been taken back to lobby. ZANNETI as well is taking on a fight where Mansion seems to be heated. Oh, actually it's ZANNETI and Rain Esports. Yalla, so ZANNETI, they will be losing some numbers. They're trying to get the fast opening, and the last player from ZANNETI Esports trying to go in for that push actually lost that fight. I do not think that was a very smart move coming from the player. The push was not looking good. That push was not well planned out. Now, let me see if I can give any. No, I don't think Custer's cast is real, guys. I think it's all theories. But then again, this is my prediction. See that Fallen Ruthless already got 21 eliminations, a chicken dinner that is 10 points. Basically from game 1, they already got 31 points. And we had a team, ZANNETI, that also did a really good job, but they somehow went back to lobby. So I don't know about them in game 2. We have Crazy Esports, another team that has shown good game there in game 1. I'm also going to be looking at them. I'd probably make it into the top 4. But it's actually really hard to predict here, if I'm being honest. Most of the teams are doing a really, really good job. And predicting is not going to be easy. But you can predict for me in the comment section. I saw someone here comment something really nice, and I want to say thank you. Where are you? Pazeller. Pazeller. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. So the zone is yet to move, and I need you guys to make your predictions. Like yesterday. I need you guys to tell me which teams are looking. Sisi wengine tunaanzia wapi? Mambo ya esports. Mambo ya esports gani? Wait, isn't the live back? Who's looking for me? Oh, we just got a Kobe from B13. Yalla Habibi. So now B13 Esports, they seem to be having a good day, but not anymore, because now B13 Esports has been taken down. And as you can see, N7 there trying to get closer. Play, you have to be very careful. B13 is on that left wing, and they might be able to get a spray there, but actually they did not. Beautiful grenade there, and it actually gets some damage. My friend Arsad, you should have done a reflex there, and B13 player would have been down. Tries to cook up a nade here, that is play, but the nade doesn't really do anything because the player is no longer there. But right now he's trying to focus on the thirst. He's trying to get some nades going there. But as you can see, the Rumble, he wants to go in for that, which B13 Esports has been taken back to lobby. And I'm yet to see what they can actually do now. When you look at B13, Mazakaza, he's already down. And one player remains from B13. He's trying to get closer to his knock teammate, trying to get that revive happening. But then Force is not really that far away. They can actually get close and engage in this fight if they want to. But for some reason, they are not really in the mood to take on any fight. They're also taking on a fight where they are, and I need to see what's really happening, because somebody has been taken down. Effect might just be going back to lobby from the team here. We can see a lot is happening right in front of them now. BT Jano tries to go in again. It goes down as well. The teammate that is born, he's taken down as well. Jess, last player. I'm trying to switch between these players, but all I've seen is vehicles from one side to the other, from Fallen Ruthless taking these guys down. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. Beyond crazy. But now when you look at the bridge here, I called it. Izzy and Rise Esports, we expected them to encounter each other. Rise seems to have lost some numbers there. And they will need to get something happening. I mean, one player remains, and that is Rise Anna. And for Anna, she's actually waiting. The moment this guy's crossed, it's going to be GG's. And we're going to be laughing. We're going to be judging. We'll be the judge. All right? We'll be the judge of all this. Rather easy my game. This is a tournament. But you don't play. For it, okay, so Darwin asked, Sisi was saying in it, Tunanziapi Mambo Esports. If you want to be an esports player, you actually have to just start. That's all I can say. Just get on your phone, play those creams, play those tournaments, join SSA, join PMNC, join PMGO, whatever you can do. Just get yourself moving, get yourself working, and for sure, you'll just get there. Now, Force Esports there, we can see them taking on a fight with a player that is 0 sport in play. The spray is looking amazing, almost getting the player down, but he actually makes it into that safe. So now, the thing about Force is that they have to be very much careful. You can see FR looking around there. It seems like they're very much close to where we have the players from play. We might be seeing some third-party fights happening here, but then Force immediately changing their location. Now, with the zone about to move, we'll be seeing some of the teams getting closer to each other. We're expecting a lot of, third-party fights. This being Erangel, this being a map that most of the teams are familiar with. You tend to expect fights happening everywhere and anywhere, so that's something that I'm expecting. Also, if you're watching the live from YouTube, please make sure to hit that sub button, make sure you like the live stream and share the live stream link if you're yet to do so. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it and let's see what we expect in their FR making their rotations into that zone. We have N7 by Poliana. Crazy Esports are taking on a fight. We can see one of the teammates, Mahiri, is down. Rainbow is trying to get some sprays there. They actually disconnect, but he doesn't really get the clear down. A switch is there. And we have one of the teammates from 6 Gaming getting that knock on Brainboy. Beautiful cover from Arman. And they'll be taking him back to lobby. I mean, Habibi, you don't just go into a beehive without thinking about it. You have to be very careful what you want to do is either get the honey, get those skills, or just pass by, look at it, admire, and go away. So it's all up to you. If you want to get stung, please be careful. Now, the player there from 6 Gaming, I think that is no-brainer, is of course focusing on that task. I mean, one of their teammates there has been taken back to lobby. But as he does that, we have the player from Crazy Esports passing by. Does a drift. But oh, lo and behold, 20 does something. Not even training. Brainio actually does a really good job there. And now with the zone closing there, we can see not zone. That fight also coming to an end. We can see Herman looking at No Brain, and it seems like he has a brain. Oh, the man called himself No Brain, but the brain is actually working overtime. He's getting good damage there on the player from Crazy Esports. Is going away. He wants to retreat. He knows the grenades are coming in there. He wants to be as safe as he can to get the healing happening. Now, Crazy Esports player Armand, you need to get closer. You need to get closer to him, otherwise he's healing up and you're not. Armand, they are very much low. He does get the pre-fires, and we have No Brain trying to get some damage on Armand there. We can see him going for the pre-fires again, over and over again. The teammates finally closing in here, and I believe Armand will be trying to heal up as well, seeing that he has some time to get some healing happening. Amar immediately changing his location. He doesn't want to take on 6 Gaming just yet. Please don't tell me that is the caster's cast. I'm begging. I hope it is not, because I just mentioned Crazy Esports and FR, and both teams, just the moment I mentioned, they were getting cooked. I'm like, hey, is that the caster's cast of Joaquin? Is it? Is that what's actually happening? Hey, I hope not. I hope not. Switch on position. So now the zone is closing in again. We have Fallen Ruthless there making their rotations. They're trying, to go into that safe zone. As they do that, basically in that safe zone on the northern side seems to be very much crowded. We have Fear Esports, KN. We can see, I believe that is Crazy Esports player Man trying to go there. 6 Gaming going there as well. Foul Play coming out from the western side. They just want to make it to the zone. I don't think he wants to be in the middle of that fight just yet. ZANNETI, not ZANNETI, 7K. Excuse me, 7K team. They're also on that southern side, maintaining. They're just thinking about it, We don't want to be in the middle just yet. We're just going to be thinking about it. SAMARITANS as well. We can see them making their rotations in the game, trying to make it into that safe zone. Now, the northeastern side seems to be not an okay side to go into the zone from. Because as you can see, we have teams here. We have Force coming from that side. We have Rain Esports coming from that side. Now, all these teams will actually encounter each other if everything goes everything goes sideways. I saw someone in the comment section saying FR is APG. APG in gauntlet? So don't remind us, please. Ooh, woo. Wow, there's no way you recover from that. Not gonna lie, Samaritan player Akashi gets bamboozled by the players from N7, and they want to make sure that this guy goes back to lobby, and that is gonna be a sad confirming that elimination. Coolman, Miniboss, all of them running away for their lives. Everywhere right now is occupied when it comes to Erangel compounds. The safe buildings to be in, all of them are crowded. And Samaritan's player Miniboss is just trying to drive away. Right now, all he's thinking about is how am I going to be as safe as I can without this vehicle exploding right into my face. So with the zone rotation, we can see also Fallen Ruthless making the rotation there. Rain Esports, I think they have chosen a very slow game. You can see what time they are making the rotation. Everyone is already in the zone apart from them. So I'm guessing they have a plan around that. Samaritans taking on a fight. And that's going to be one of the teammates, Coolman, trying to get some damage there. But I believe Joker goes down. Akashi is also in lobby there. So let's see what the team is going to be up to. I believe now farm is very much crowded, and the Emperors already have Joker down. They should really try and get something happening here. Ken is also here. We can see Mitat, Iw, and Nomi. Yo, did Coleman get spotted? Woo! Oh, Emperor Viper? Crazy. Now, as the players there from N7 making it to that safe zone, we have foul play. That is Manboy. Looking at the players there from N7, I believe they are very much aware of the location. I believe a foul play being the last player. I don't know why he engaged, but if I were him, probably would have stayed quiet and let someone crash in my room. you know that thing where if someone comes in your room and they did not knock and you're just lying there with your S12K? That would have been a good time for play to do that. But you know what, he decided to announce his location, like, guys, I'm here. If you want me, I'm here. I don't know if you want me, but I'm here. We have the players there from 6 Gaming. They seem to be having a fight where they are 20 being taken down. I think 6. Where's 6? So 6 Gaming right now. We have My G Baby and the teammate that is No Brain. They're the only 2 players that are standing currently. We can see them beautiful damage here from TE. They're actually getting them really good. That means the players here from TE are very much confident with this fight. You can see the damage they're giving these players. They're taking their time. They actually don't want to be even that aggressive, you know. They're just taking their time. We have a push there, finally fatal, and the teammate's going in for that. The player, he has pushed there. He gets the first player down, but I believe you are surrounded, but surviving that is going to be a hard one. Now the 2 players there from TE that went in for that push have been taken down. A teammate there trying to get closer, that is Tyron, trying to retreat, trying to ask for that revive. It's not going to be happening because right now the players are from 6 Gaming have been able to actually heal up and they're ready for that fight. Shotgun jump shots here with an S4K. Doesn't really get a lot going on, but he actually goes down luckily, and Nice will be there and he'll be reviving the knocked teammate. Well played, well deserved fight win for this fight here. They had good teamwork, though the first 2 players that went in for that push, my friends, you would have fumbled that very much. Now Force trying to make their way into the zone there. Repent has been spotted, taken back to lobby, and it's not really sorry, I do that. Wanga kujinx teams, poleni man. Wanga mbaya, ni mbaya. Now, with the zone getting smaller and smaller, most of the teams have finally made their way into that safe zone. Some have occupied really good compounds, but if you look at a player like Fear, he decided, right, I will be lying here till the game comes to an end because nobody can see me and everyone is distracted. So why not just do my own thing? Now, with the zone closing in, what was that? Was that a switch? Hey! Now, crazy esports player that is going to be a last player standing from CZ. He will be going against Fallen Ruthless. If they've hired him, they will try and go in for that, but that's going to be the case. Looking at a Fear there, we can see them getting some eliminations to their name. Some team try to get closer to them, but they got eliminated while at it. Now, look at Wanku's there scouting the area for his team. He's like, I know there's someone here. He wants to cook up a grenade there because it's going to be a Kobe. If he exposes himself a little bit much, he's going to get knocked there, and it will be very, very huge cost for the team. Shakid, they're going in for that push. Shakid, think about it. Shakid is already trying to cook up an 8 here. Fear can't hear him. We can see the damage here from one of the teammates from Fear. And we have Elroy. His luck for staying outside the compound finally works out, and we have Shakid going down. Oh, FR comes in driving hard. But I mean, Vin Diesel, we'll be seeing you in lobby after that, Zaber. Now that leaves only one player standing, that is one Kuz, and he's very much not ready for that fight anymore. The teammates did not think about that push there. FR fumbled this game, and if one Kuz decides to go in for that push as well, it's going to be the fumble of the century coming from Fallen Ruthless. But of course, we are yet to see what they can really do. And Kuz there decided to do a 6, which we did not see. We just saw someone getting eliminated. Might just be something we'll see more of. One Kusin, that he's the only person remaining from his team playing man, where there's also the only player standing. He didn't make his rotation there. He occupied the shack, but we have a team there going in for that push. Man, boy, you have a shotgun in your hand. He's trying to cook up a nade there, trying to get a Kobe. People trying to get some damage there on the team that is actually pushing him. They want to get this player down. 7KT, very much damage. Please, getting pressure. There's someone also third party, and they're getting some damage on our boy here. But I mean, you have to think on your feet. The bandages will not help you. You need to get out of there. He's actually lucky. The third party will be eliminating the players right outside of where he is, and that will be GG's for 7KT, losing those numbers, and 7 are still in the same place there. We can see one Kuz doing a clutch here. 2 players down already from Fear Esports, and he's still keeping the composure. But Weezy comes in with that third party, and the player will be going down. Chen gets another one down. That's going to be from N7. That is a Sard. That leaves only Rumbo as the last player standing. But guess what? That's not going to be happening anytime soon there. We have just 4 teams remaining, and I believe the solo that we were all looking at is still standing. But your forehead is exposed, and we'll see play. They're going back slowly. 3 teams remain standing. Weezy, they have the zone just by very, very small inch into that safe zone. But for a team like 7K, the only player standing, he has the zone. He's a solo. Trying to scout out the area, trying to see what he can do. Fear Esports there, they need to go into that safe zone as well. 2 of their teammates are remaining, with them being the only players remaining. It's going to be a very interesting time here for the duo and the solo. But we have Fear Roy getting the fast player knocked and fasted. Yeah, that's how we like to see it now. If you get it, you have to finish. So that spray was beautiful. That is a knock and a fast. Now with that zone about to close in, Fear Esports, they need to make it into that zone. Weezy, on the other hand there, they have that zone pushing them into that safe zone. They need to get moving. Tiger, not even comfortable just yet, but he's going to be holding that corner for a while. The last solo here, that is a ZK letter. He's just holding it down. And if you're not careful, Protein will be making shakes, because right now you can see what's happening there. Telta Slater will be sporting you, and the fast shake is in there. Fear Protein will be going down on his knees there. Roy not very much close to his teammate. We can see some grenades going towards Roy, and he needs to get away from this place as much as he can, because right now he's in the middle of the teams and he wants to go in for that push. He might just be seeing a drive-by, and he passes by, doesn't really get that knock just yet. Does a drift there, says, let's try this again. Goes into that smoke and goes in for that push. Shotgun in his hand there, waiting for a mistake from 7K. But the solo finishes the deed there. Bazon just outsmarted an S of K. Now with us on about to closing the game, coming to an end, we have a solo going against a duo, that is a Weezy and a 7K, and these teams will be encountering each other. We might just be seeing a good one, we might just be seeing a fun one. He's spraying everywhere but where he is. With the zone closing in there, we have Tleta being very much damaged. The players from Weezy are trying to get closer as much as they can. The zone is going to push Tleta. And you know what we're going to be saying? GG's and better luck next time. He's trying to use the high ground here, making his rotation into the zone. Actually, will be making it because he actually has a high ground that is very much safe. And we can see someone from Weezy coming in from that left side. I don't think he's able to see that just yet. Trying to get some pre-nades happening there. Tiger, be very much careful. Now we can see that Snake. We're all taught something about the snakes. Be careful about them. If you can see it, hit it by the head. If you cannot, you can see the trails, then there's a snake. You cannot see, but you can hear movement. There's a snake. So be careful. So you have 3 snakes in the game here. 2 of them looking at one big snake, and they're thinking, why not going for that whoosh? Oh! And that's gonna be a Kobe closing the night for that game. Beautifully played there for Izzy. Beautiful Kobe for that last elimination. And we'll have them getting 10 eliminations with that game and 10 points with that chicken dinner. That gives them 20 points in total. Second place, you have 7KT with 4 eliminations. The third, you have Fear Esports. 6. 4, we have Foul Play 4. 7, we have N7. 5, 6, you have Fallen Ruthless. 10, 7, you have Crazy Sports 2. 8, you have Emperors 2. 9, you have KN3. 10, you have Force 2. 11, you have Rainy Sports 4. 12, you have TE 2. 13, you have 6 Gaming 4. 14, you have SAMARITANS 1. 15, you have Rise Esports 1. 16, you have VT5. 17, you have B13 ESPORTS 1. 18, you have ZANNETI 1. And 19, we have Xdragons 0. Going all out with 5 eliminations for this game, we have none other than Izzy Chen. Best companion with 3 rescues, you have N7 Play. And then finisher with the final elimination, you have Izzy Tiger. Well, I believe that is it for game number 2. As usual, we'll be taking a very quick break, and then we'll be right back to watch game 3 of the Wildcard games, day 1. BRB. All right, so we are back in that land of the. Just give me a second. I don't know if I've put the live on the background. All right, so we are back in that land of pure dust, and that is Miramar. And basically, we have seen what teams can do under pressure. I always there are getting that chicken dinner in the second game. Okay, I see. They landed, one of the teammates was in that wrong slot. Let them tell each other stories. So you have Raid Esports, they are taking on an early fight as well. You can see a couple of their teammates actually receiving some damage. That is, Sky has been knocked and fasted. Early in the game, yes. Is it something we're used to in SSA? Yes. It seems like most of the teams are just comfortable taking on that early fight. I mean, if it works for you, if you want to take on an early fight, that is totally up to you. Now we have a team 21 there, that is a VT, and they have a team right next to them that's Crazy Esports, where we have Mahiri, Brainy Boy, we have Lilovka, we have Arman, we have them all here. Excuse me. So we do expect something, of course, to happen here, or whether they like it or not. Someone said I came here and I gave the the team of casters cast. I'm sorry about that, Fallen, Ruthless, and Crazy Esports. I do apologize. Mitch, no face cam. Oh, you okay? I see. So TikTok fans are different. They're used to me playing the game and not casting, and people who are watching from YouTube are used to me casting and not playing. So to answer, Mitch, when are the games ending? My friend, your question should be, when am I going live playing again? Probably when I am free and able to go live playing. And then no face cam, guys. You know, I usually come home and go live immediately, so I don't really have anything set up. I just sit on the phone and the laptop. Hey, what was that play, Tarek? Beautifully done there. That's one of the players from CZ, and that's gonna be Brainy Boy. And of course, I'm going to be waiting to see if we'll get some comeback here from Crazy Esports. I've seen that one of their teammates is already down. Mahiri, they're trying to get closer. Lilovka and the teammate Arman just watching from an angle and just waiting for someone to make a mistake from VT. But as you can see what VT is doing, they seem to be very aware of where they are and what they want to do in this fight. So we'll let them be for now. And let's just see what other teams are up to, because Rain Esports as well taking on an early fight. 2 eliminations to their name a little bit early in the game. I'm sure they're happy about that. Rain Esports, they're also taking on a fight, and I'm going to be looking where they are just to see if I can get something from them. Where's the Rain? Did they just get a second knock on Crazy Esports? No. Yes, they did. Mahiri is down. Oh, and then 1-2 thrust Mahiri. Oh, VT Jano with an off angle. He actually gets that thrust on Crazy Esports player Mahiri. And now it's going to be up to, the teammate Arman and Lilovka to do something. I mean, they are going to be exposed, to some third party if they keep this going on for too long. Some teams tend to do a lot of scouting. And if they come and see a weakness, you might just be seeing a fight happening there with a lot of third parties engaging. You have N7 there taking on Emperor. And one of the teammates from Emperor has been taken back to lobby. You can see N7, that is Rambo. He wants to go in for that push. Last game there, the chicken didn't miss them by a very, 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 very small chance. So right now, they want to go in for that push. Rambo healing up as well, trying to get his healings happening. Easy, Mitch. I'm sorry. Rambo goes down. That means the teammates need to get closer to get some cover happening. Beautiful flanks there coming from the side. Oh, Crazy is doing something. And you can see Lovka there has been able to get a knock on Jano. So we'll be going there in a few. But let's see what Emperor will be up to there. Seeing that N7 is closing in on them there. We might just be seeing some fights that we did not anticipate. Two of the players from Emperor have already been taken back to lobby. Kanye and the teammates, they want to get closer, but Crazy Esports, it's going a little bit crazy on their sides. Let's see what's really happening there. I have seen them around. They have been knocked and fasted by a shotgun, and Lovka immediately takes a run for it and says, no, not today. And we'll say, yes, we agree. It was too early to take on any fights. Now Zizo get spotted as well. Emperor Beast, they're coming in from the back. I don't know how they did not sport him. Beautiful nade. Doesn't really land where Kanye is, to just the DBS. I mean, if you miss there, Kanye might just be able to get a knock on you. They're trying to get a pre-fire, but nothing is happening there. Some damage. Yeah. Kanye. What happened there? What happened? N7. What happened? It's crazy, yeah. Let's reduce this. When I do that donga, some teams here are just dancing in the game. I still haven't gotten your predictions, guys. I still don't know which teams you think will make it to the top 4. I need to hear them like yesterday. So now foul play. What is happening on foul play side? Oh, Crazy Esport plays a solo, but it seems to be doing a number on the players from VT. They are already getting one of the players knocked and fasted, and of course they know of his location, but we'll be moving there from there for now, just to see what's really happening on the side for foul play. They have lost a couple of players already, and I don't know what's really happening. Foul play, what happened? You need to explain what's happening, eh? What's really happening on foul play now? Manboy and Pew Pew. Oh, is this like the Pew Pew we know of, like Pew 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 Pew? Or is it another Pew Pew? Bro, what is B13 doing though? What is B13 doing? What is Lacey doing? Wow. Do I need to tell them, or will someone tell them, or I don't know, but let's see. Well, we'll just let them see for themselves what happens after that. But now foul play, two of the players, that is Manboy and Pew Pew, are the last player standing. The zone is about to shift there, and looking at a 7KT, not fight will be happening where they are as of now. Most of the teams have actually crowded around Los Leons there. Picado. No one will be engaging in anything just yet. And of course we'll be making the rotations. We have Iweezy, winners of the previous game. I think they feel confident in that game. 20 points mark for them. I still want to know which top 4 teams will be making it there. Hi Ben. Okay guys, I'm gonna talk when necessary, right? So let me just look around. Someone just said, Mitch, you need to breathe. I shall breathe. Let me just look around and see what's really happening. Thank you so much, Ryan. Appreciate you. Guys, no one is telling me which team is going to make it, because you're also as confused as I am. Because making it into that next stage, a group stage, for the wildcard is a little bit intense, seeing that they need to, get as many points as possible, especially with the fact that they are, well, their last chance, and they need to be in the top 4. So right now, B13, they have lost the number, and it seems like Lacey finally decides to go in for that push. B13 players have all been eliminated, and we can see Lacey, they're trying to get a Kobe on Pew Pew. The nade looks good, but Pew Pew, of course, will be going away from that grenade. Lacey are still trying again to go in for that push. Pew Pew is still running, and he doesn't want to stop just yet. He just wants to go away. All he wants is just a breather before he can engage against Lacey, trying to get the nade there again, but then doesn't really do anything about it. Lacey is just raining grenades back to back, and Pew Pew is trying his level best to avoid them. The nades just keep coming, and the damage is not registering just yet. Lacey trying to go in for that push, a shotgun in his hand, misses the pressure there, gets distracted, and we'll have Manboy taking our beautiful player. They are back to lobby again. I'm sorry if you feel I'm not breathing. Let's breathe. Have you guys taken water today? St. Valentine's is done. Rise Esports, they are taking on a fight, and we have Anna getting some damage. One elimination to their name. Fallen Ruthless finally getting to the fight. Their effect is trying to get away from this fight. Look at the damage on him there already. One of their teammates, that is one kiss, has been taken back to lobby. Shakid trying to cook up a nade there on Rise. If it goes well, it's going to be a Kobe. Nades coming from both sides, but the nades are not really connecting. Zabur trying to cook up another one. I might just call it and say Zabur is the grenadier for Fallen Ruthless. But nah, don't trust him. Don't trust him. We're not gonna trust him. Wow, that was the craziest, most intense grenade I've experienced in the Sub-Saharan Africa clash here. Two players are getting Kobe'd from miles and miles away. Bro, what? Nah, that's too much. Now FR, we have them there trying to, gather some points now, seeing that the only player standing is Effect. I should stop mentioning teams, eh? That was good. But I mean, Effect there was able to get one player down. That is, don't trust him with that grenade. But unfortunately, he will be going back to lobby as well. Now 14 teams remaining. And that zone is about to shift. Don't trust him. Trying to get a revive on his knocked teammate. Most of the teams are now trying to figure out what is next when it comes to the games. I mean, this is the third game of the night. One more game to go and we'll be calling it a night. They will only be playing 8 games in total for the Sub-Saharan Africa Clash wildcard games. So, of course, everything they do should reflect in their overall ranking. That's going to be elimination points, placement points. All of these come to play because only the top 4 teams will be making it into that next stage. Ken, are you? One of the teammates there seems to have been knocked here. That is Shinaki. Ben, I've stopped talking. I'm sorry. Sometimes I let you guys watch the game now. Wait, just give me a second. I realized my mic is actually louder than the stream itself. Someone said Fallen Ruthless is finishing with 100 points plus. Sijui, I don't know about that, but anything will happen, right? So of course, as we've seen there, we have at least 14 teams remaining. That zone is about to close in, and KEN, we can see them maybe. Seems like they're the ones on the receiving end here from Rise Esports. 7 eliminations for Rise Esports. A good start in the game. They need to now maybe try and figure out the placement points because they seem to be playing really aggressive. They're going in for that push. They're not holding that much, and it might work for a while. But if they are exposed, to people that are also very much patient in compounds, then maybe we'll be having some of these teams taken back to lobby, or other players, sorry, from their team if they're not careful. So I think the IGL right now should probably tell the team to cool down a little bit. They have the points, they just need to take their time, right? Rise Esports, 8 eliminations are to their name, and I'm yet to see any rotations coming in from them. Ken, on the other hand, they're making the rotations, avoiding this fight as much as they can. Foul play is holding, and I don't know if that is something they had in mind coming in the game, that they're gonna be losing numbers or other players along the way. So that's something I don't think was a part of their plan. Ben, I've stopped talking. Now what do you want me to say? I don't know how to keep quiet. I like asking myself questions because 90% of the time the viewers don't respond. So I tend to ask myself the questions like, why is that team doing that? Or why is that team going there? Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I've taken a breather. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Ben caught me off guard. Ben caught me off guard. I'm sorry about that. Caught me off guard. Let's see. Ben, I am so sorry. Okay. I tried to see. Wait, just give me a second. Is the audio now balanced? Like, is the game? Okay, it's okay. So now the zone is about to close in. We have 13 teams remaining, and of course I will be expecting some fights to finally kick off. And we have a team like Team 20, that is Fear Esports, and they have a team right in front of them, that is Izzy Iw, and a beautiful goldie will be landing on Shiva's head there. And I believe now Rise Esports will be trying to go in for that push, and we can see the fast player Blue. He goes in for that push, misses the shot there with the DBS, and that's gonna be up to Vartolu to try and get closer. Don't trust them. Does get the revive there on that knocked a teammate. Excuse me. Now Izzy has to finish this fight as fast as they can, because Fear Esports is also very much close to where they are. We can see Rise Anna there sporting the players from Izzy, a grenade from Anna, and this will be a good one, but then she thinks about it. It's like, no, we need to think this out. But then Rise Esports trying to get some pre-fires there. We can see Izzy getting some sprays done towards them. Anna cooking up a grenade. Shiva trying to get closer, switches to the SOK, and she gets the knock on the fast on Shiva. I'm not sure if it's a she or he, but I believe Anna there's doing a really good job there. One player is already down. The other very much low. Tiger needs to think on his feet as well, because see what's really happening here. Vartolu needs to be down there. He gets a knock on the fast. They go back again. This team plays on a lot of back and forth play here. You can see what they're really doing. And Anna they are sporting another player. Is gonna be Vartolu getting him down. Last player standing. Chen tries to go in, and we'll have Anna with the rest of K taking the last player back to lobby. Beautifully played here from Rise Esports. I love what I see, and I love how they've taken out the fight here. But I believe now the teams are going to be, in that situation where they either take on a fight or leave it. For Rise Esports, they decided to take on the fight, and they took it, and they finally won it, and that actually paid off, and they got themselves some elimination points to back that up. Now the game is about to go into that small zone again. We're in the third phase of the zone. It is getting smaller and smaller by the minute, and of course it's going to be a very interesting time here. SAMARITANS, that is Joker, Coolman, Miniboss, and Akash, they are going to be in a very hot seat, seeing that they're in that safe zone. They're in a building, or rather a compound, that some teams will be looking to go into if it's a safe place they want to be in. So of course I'm expecting to see if teams are going to be closing on each other. They are Rainy Sports are making a very wide rotation, avoiding the fights as much as they can. But with that rotation they're making, they might actually encounter Crazy Esports player Lilovka. Depending on how the rotation goes, then we might just be seeing something happening there. 6 Gaming as well, making their rotations into that safe zone. We have the players from Rise Esports. They lost only one player who did a very funny move there with that push. Of course, sometimes you get to push, the vehicle fails you, and you get knocked. A lot happens in Clay when you're going in for that push. We have Play, only 2 players standing, Manboy and Pew making their way into that safe zone. We have Emperor, where we have Beast and the teammate that is Kanye, and all of them are in that safe zone. So right now, most of the teams are in that safe zone. They're not really looking to take on fights just yet. They're looking to, take their time and make the rotations, get the eliminations, get the placement points. But right now, we still have 12 teams still standing. The game is not even that close to end, because I think the room host did not even put esports setting. Yeah, but it's totally okay. Now, I'm sure the players are like, what? We've been holding this compound all this time? But it's totally fine. It happens sometimes, and it's totally allowed, right? So right now, with that zone trying to, move right now, we are in that 3rd phase, going into that 4th phase, yet to see what we can get from these teams, what we're expecting, or rather, which team are we going to be expecting to see in this game. But of course, I can see some of the comment section saying, let's go CZ. Unfortunately, CZ, they are lost 3 of the players, and they're looking to have only 1 player remaining, that is Lilovka. And I hope he has a plan on this, because being the only person standing does come with some packs to it. Either you get cold feet, or you're just too confident, and it actually pays off when you're confident. So team 21, you also see where they are. We have team 18, that is KN, Shenaki, and KNIU. Not yet making their advancements in the zone to take on any fight. 12 teams still remaining, and we are yet to see any fights just yet. So we can see, oh, what? VT is also taking on, yo, I was almost going to where VT is, and the game just ended, yeah. So with that fight ending there, we can see KN also closing in there. We might just be seeing them, maybe getting onto a fight. On their right side there, we have Fear Esports, very much close to where they are, but I don't think they will be taking on each other just yet. ZANNETI is also there maintaining their positions. I don't think they want to move there just yet. The team that is actually in that hot seat is KN. They're looking for that safe place. Iw has somehow been spotted. The damage on him is very good, and they should really avoid the can 6 gaming. Finally, no brain. Sports player there tries to get some space there. Oh. And the vehicle there failed him, and he literally went into that back seat, and he just got knocked there. Now we have 2 extra going for that push. Misses all the shots. The player that is Anna going in for that push. The damage is actually good there on 20. He's trying to reload the Uzi. Actually gets a reload, and Anna will be going down. I mean, the Uzi is actually a good gun if you know how to use it. But I mean, in an esports setting, I don't trust it that much there. But then the firing rate is actually good enough. Beautifully done there. The reload time there. Wow! Another lag. 20. That one hurt. That one on 20 hurt. That one must have been painful. No way, man. So now with the zone closing in, we're going into that 5th phase of the zone. There we are going to be seeing Crazy Esports, SAMARITANS trying to make their way into the zone. Rise Esports, very much a beautiful view here where they are. They can see the players from Foul Play. There we have Pew Manboy. We have them there taking their time. I think what's really going to happen here is that either they just hold it out here and wait for another team to come in as they make the rotation, or they just stay silent and take their vehicles and make the rotations. All these depends on the RGL's calls. Now SAMARITANS, they are one of the teammates. Akashi is down. Cool Man, Miniboss, trying to make their way into the zone. We can see some damage on their side. One of the teammates actually is very much close to an enemy, and that's gonna be all. Then they're beautifully done there from Coolman, and he'll be taking Jaden. Sorry, he will be taking him down on his knees there. We have CZ, unfortunately, has been spotted and taken back to lobby. Now ZANNETI esports, they need to get closer. They need to do something. Their teammate Zayden is down, and Coolman is trying to make sure he confirms that elimination, and no one can get that revive. He's trying to cook up nades here towards Raven. The nade goes a little bit far off there from where he is. We have a player that is from Fury Sports, that is Elroy, trying to pick and try and see if they can't see anything, maybe get a knock for his team, but they cannot really spot anyone just yet. Rain Esports are taking 7k, and they need to also get that revive before that zone closes in. And that 5th phase, going into that 6th phase of the zone, where we'll be expecting a lot of high damage. So let's see if that's going to be something that we'll be seeing affecting these teams, or most of the teams will be already in that safe zone and ready to continue with that fight. Rainy Sports still getting knocks there. We can see a team there trying to get some damage on them as well. Samaritan, they got a little bit too cocky, and Coolman, he goes down. The teammates are not really that close to get that revive, but they have a really good location that they can easily use to get the revive on their knock teammate, that is Coolman, and they can actually use this as an advantage. But they need to look at the zone there. 10 seconds to go, and they'll need to make it into that safe zone. Coolman needs to heal up, and they all need to make the rotation. Now the problem is Fear Esports, ZANNETI Esports, KEN, all these teams are in that safe zone. Now for Rise Esports, we have them down there. Oh, ZANNETI gets spotted by Ashinaki, and that knock is actually a nice one. This switch thing is becoming a good thing. I like it. I like it so very much. But I mean, Samaritans, they're trying to make the rotations. They found the compound is occupied. They're still moving around the vehicles. Like, they don't know where to go just yet. We can see one of the teammates there getting very much damaged. And Akashi will be going down on Fury Sports spray there. Roy having a beautiful view as they were going in for that flank. ZANNETI, feels very taking advantage. Bilati goes down as well, and that's gonna be up to the last player, Raven. Everyone from his team is already knocked there. He needs to get the smokes rolling. He needs to do something, because right now the teammates are getting pressure. Roy is actually looking at them. They're trying to get some sprays towards Raven. Doesn't really get anything connected just yet. They're trying to get some sprays towards play as well. I mean, ZANNETI, player Raven, take your time. Just get the smokes in there. Trying to get the revive on your knock teammates as the games continue. Samaritans on the other side here, they have their teammates getting knocked there. Coolman is down. Joker immediately trying to go in for that revive, but of course it's not going to be a good plan for him, seeing that Felix was failed. Roy is very much alert, trying to use the smoke there as his cover. Beautiful thoughts there, but I mean, the shots are literally every angle in this game, and there's nowhere he can go other than go in front of him and take on Fear Esports. S12K in his hand, not something new for Joker to get onto a team alone. We have seen that in Rondo, and him choosing to take on that S12K fight against the players from Fear Esports could actually work for him. But let's see if it's something he's going to be, interested in doing, maybe to take on a fight, or he's just gonna wait and fight some other day. Now, Samaritan player Joker is not really in that mood. Raven, unfortunately, from ZANNETI has been spotted. Most of the teams right now, they need to make their rotations into the zone. 7 teams still remaining. Grenades there from Samaritan player Joker. If you look at what's happening here, most of the teams are yet to make it into that safe zone. And for a team like 7KT, they actually have a chance of making it to that safe zone. Now Joker, he's gonna be in that hot seat, whether he likes it or not. Either he makes his way into the zone there using a vehicle, or he just let it go. Let it down. We can see some sprays, and we have Screw getting that knock on Fear. That's gonna be Tabo. He's still focusing on that safe zone. What's happening? He's still focusing on that safe zone. You can see the players from Fear trying to make their way into the zone. I mean, of course, it's not a very easy one for players like, of course, Samaritan player there. He did not have a chance. Later, on the other hand, could not be revived. The numbers are dropping for these teams. For Fury Sports, only one man remains standing, and that's gonna be Death. Now, with that zone actually moving again in a few minutes, we'll be seeing Rain Esports take on a fight as well. It's going to be a very interesting time here for them. Rain Esports has not really taken on a chicken dinner just yet, but with how they're playing, they're looking for that chicken dinner. Someone is just chilling in the vehicle, and nobody, literally nobody, is supporting them. They rise, they're taking on a Kobe, and one of the players from play will be down. Last player is standing, this Pubg, and another grenade is coming. Okay, does get a good damage, tries to get some sprays towards Rise, but that spray doesn't really connect enough. It gets a little bit of some damage, but the player is still standing. Rise Esports, they want to go in for that push. A beautiful grenade. His teammate will be going down, and Pubg focusing on that healing right now. The revive is not a must. The grenades are lethal, and the damage on Pubg will be it there, Rise. And I mean, oh, that's gonna be a very painful grenade there on play. We have seen Anna do something, and it's not stopping just yet there. Rise Esports still doing something. Rise Vertolu, he does get the fast knock there. So once to get closer, Vertolu being spotted there. I mean, beautifully done there by Pastic. But of course, with the zone closing, they need to get closer. Rain encountering Rise Esports. A knock and a toss has been confirmed, but Rain Esports is not stopping there. They want to look for more eliminations. Rise Esports trying to make their rotation into the zone as well, and it's going to be a very hard situation for them. Teams every single side in that safe zone. Rain Esports, their teammate goes down. Now one player remains standing. Is this vehicle, how can people not see it? Nah. How can people not see this guy? Now 3 teams remain standing. Rise sport him, and the last 2 solos have been spotted, and I believe that's gonna be it for that team. They are leaving just one player, that is Ken. It does get Rise Anna down. One player from the elimination, just to make sure, I mean, when I go back to lobby, I have something for the team. Now one player remains standing, tries to get some sprays there, pre-fires, trying to get something happening, but nothing is happening just yet. They're really in the honestly, for both solos, they're getting the pressure from the teammates. They're getting pressure to get the chicken dinner. The zone is about to shift here, and honestly, Rise is on a very bad situation right now, and you can just go a little bit in the front, get into that safe zone. But without that, then it's not going to be an easy time here. But let's see what Iw is going to be up to. I mean, Iw is just taking his time. They're waiting for Rise Vertolu. Is waiting for Ken Iw to make a mistake, but that mistake is not happening just yet. I don't know, someone here has to go in for that push. Vertolu doing a little bit of some left right movement there, just, you know, to pump up his fingers when he needs to do some reflex. For Ken Iw, using this compound very much well. The zone will be pushing Rise fast, so Iw has a lot of an advantage here. Damage, but Rise Vertolu is just a little bit better there, and he gets the last player from KEN taken back to lobby. Rise Esports, that's a lot. 25. Nah, 25 in Miramar. I think they just surpassed Fallen Ruthless. I think they just did. Second place they have KN with 3. Third we have Rain Esports with 7. 4 we have Fear. 3, 5 we have 7 KT. 4, 6 we have Foul Play. 5, 7 we have SAMARITANS. 2, 8 we have ZANNETI. 1, and 9 we have Crazy Esports. 2, 10 we have 6 Gaming. 3, 11 we have VET. 3, 12 we have Emperors. 4, 13 we have Izzy Iw. 14 we have Xdragons. 2, 15 we have Fallen Ruthless. 2, 16 not included. 17 B13 0, 18 TE1, and then 19 N7 2 eliminations. Going a lot with 9 elims, you have Rise Vertolu. Best companion with 4 rescues, you have Rise Aina, and then finish with the final elimination, Rise Vertolu. Well, that is it for game number 3 in Miramar. For now, of course, we'll be taking a very quick break, and then we'll be coming back to go in for the last game of the night, which will be in Erangel. BRB. All right, so we are back for that last game of the night in Erangel with the flight path coming from Saharan all the way to Primosk. And being the last game of the night, I am expecting to see good plays coming from most of the teams. Knowing that how the teams like to play when it comes to SSA, most of the teams prefer the early zone drops. So I'm expecting to see something happening, you know. And I'm hoping that the teams are going to, you know, give us something to talk about there. But most of the teams have decided that they're going to be taking their time, and it's actually paying off for some. For others, it is not really paying off, especially if you're taking back to lobby with no elims and even placement points. Excuse me. Anyway. My good lord. So let's see where the teams have landed. Oh, of course, Saharan is always going to be crowded. We have VET there landing, and they have Rise Esports landing with them here. And for Rise, already one of the teammates that is Don't Trust Him was knocked, but has finally been revived. There we can see Rise Vatolu is looking at the players there from VET. I don't know if we'll see anything much happening here, but let's just go around and see if we'll have more fights happening on the side. Here we have Izzy landing in Georgetown, where we have Foul Play landing as well, so probably we'll be seeing some fights there. We have N7 around Gatka, we have SAMARITANS, we have a team ZANNETI in Primosk. No one landed around military base. I am shocked. Everyone landed away from where they needed to be. I don't know why. I don't know why. But of course, I mean, we have the players there from 7KT also making the rotation there towards the zone. We have players from Team 15, that is Emperors, in Rozok. We have TE. We have Tyron, Quids, and Nias landing together as well. In Ruins, we have Rain Esports. We are yet to see a lot coming from them, but I believe game 2 we saw a lot of rain, but game 3 it was a little bit different for them. Now let's go back to Saharan and see what to expect here. Let's see if we're going to be having any fights happening there. It is the last game of the night, and VT actually takes on that first knock. We can see Don't Trust Him again being a knock for the team. I don't know how they're getting him over and over again, but we have told they are trying to retreat, avoiding the players from VT. I think that is also the players from Rain that we have seen in the is it Rain or I don't know. I've seen someone getting knocked. Yeah, it was Rain, and they've taken him back to lobby now. Fallen Ruthless. They have a fight as well there where they are. We can see already Shakid is down, and we're expecting. Oh, Zapa was waiting. He got the player, that is Shiva, but he got knocked along the way. They are trying to get another player down. Now one player remains standing. This one close, and I hope he has a plan, because right now 3 of the teammates are knocked. The players from Izzy are getting their revive. A grenade is coming hot here where you are. If you're not careful, a Kobe might just be sending you back to lobby 1 case, but he tries to get closer there. The player that is from Izzy changing his location as well, and it's not an easy one there. So let's see what their plan basically is. I don't know what they're going to do there. For that, yeah. Trying to go in for that push was one cuz, but the players there from Izzy had the numbers and they'll be taking one cuz back to lobby. Fallen Ruthless, unfortunately for this game, they will be the first team to go back to lobby. Now we have a team that is Emperor. They're very much close to a team there. We have that is Xdragon. We have seen like Xdragon going back to lobby early a lot, and I don't think the ones that is more. But Emperor play there does get to switch his gun there, does get some damage, but I believe he's getting cover from TE. The damage on the player there is quite good. He could have gotten that knock, but he did not. The players there were able to get knocked there by the players from TE. They were watching them from afar, and Xdragon will be losing one of their teammates to the players from Emperor. I believe they had taken a very wrong fight here, seeing that we have a team in the school apartments and school compound as well, so it's not really an easy time for them, but it actually happens. Now Crazy Esports, they have CZ Arman and his teammates in Pochinki, very much safe since no one has landed there. Emperors are still taking each other on there. We can see Kanye has been able to get a knock on the players from Xdragon. Our rotation is due. Let me look. Alright, so let's see what will be happening there for Xdragon. Already one of the teammates, that is Fury, is down, and I think Kanye is looking to go in for that push. Not really sure about how to go about it, because now he knows someone was knocked, he knows the revive is happening, just doesn't know where the other teammates are to give cover when he tries to go in for that push. Now Kanye has to be very much careful. He's the only one person standing here from his team, very much close to the Xdragon team. Smokes are up, needs to be done. We have 20 there trying to make it into the safe zone. He gets knocked as well. Fury and the teammate use that reach very well, and they're making it to the safest place in this shark. But of course, let's see what to expect here. We have Kanye as well, just basically gauging the situation, and I don't know if they really want to, you know, take on this fight anymore. Xdragon there seems to have taken a run for it, and they have avoided that fight. This is what I was talking about. An early fight is not really a must. Sometimes it's not really a must. Not at all. Thank you, Rise. Nani. I don't know if you were calling yourself an anime or it's Nani. I don't know what Nani that is. But if it's the anime one, I like it. So we're in that second phase of the zone, moving on into that third phase of the zone. Fury Esports and Foul Play taking each other on. We can see Play Manboy trying to, you know, make the rotations there. Unfortunately, he got spotted and taken away. Same to Pew Pew. I don't know what's happening to Foul Play, man. Foul Play, what's happening? What's going on? What's the issue? What's the issue? But of course, for Foul Play there, I mean, Tempest is trying. Oh, this is the Tempest someone was asking in the comment section. I don't know, Tempest, you had someone asking, I think it's your third eye, he was asking about you, and now you're watching you, and I hope you have some skills, because he asked about you. That's the first question he asked about. So let's see what you have in store for us there. Of course, Rizzle there has to tell us as well, is Tempest good, or it's just the name? So of course, we're here to see a lot of action happening. It is just the first zones of the game. Most of the teams just making the rotations, so we'll have to wait on that. And I have to stop talking before Ben says I'm talking a lot, so I have to stop talking. So Foul Play also making the rotations into that zone. I'm thinking, I don't think Foul Play will be able to take on that fight just yet. The Xdragons are lost 2 players. 2 of them remain standing. Guess what? Another team that's pulled up there, and Crazy Esports is also here. So if this fight goes well, Crazy Esports might just be able to third party. Beautiful pre-fires there. They do get some damage in old daddy. But of course, we'll be going for that push, and he gets knocked. So that means only one person remains, and it's Fury, and he gets knocked while he tries to go through that window. Now, it was not going to be an easy one there. It was actually the inevitable. They were pushed by a whole team, and as soon as the first player got knocked and you panic, that's going to be it. Now with the zone shifting again, You can see the teams there trying to make their way into that safe zone. Team 16 also making the rotations there. Pochinki has a 6 game in living there. Crazy Esports this time around decided not to land in Pochinki. It's the usual ground, but this time around they decided to change that. Rise Esports finally taking on VT. Finally, they have taken long to do that. Now Tariq is down, and it seems like foul play there is also getting spotted. We can see they're getting some of their teammates knocked. SAMARITANS and Crazy Esports, they have encountered them. They've encountered each other by the hit, and we finally have some good fight there. Grenades going in there. SAMARITANS Akashi will not be revived, and Mahiri and the teammates, they need to get closer. Joker, grenades are coming good on your side, and the players from Crazy Esports are cooking, and they want someone to go down. Might just be Joker as well. The nades are not stopping there just yet. The nade still goes in, and Joker is getting his HP reduced time by time. The nade goes in again. Joker gets damaged. A flank there coming from Lilovka. He wants to go in. Joker is distracted, trying to cook up a grenade. He goes down, and now he will be going in for that push again. I mean, the pass knock was everything they needed to go in for that push. Mini boss, last player standing, has a grenade in his hand. If it goes well, it's going to be a beautiful Kobe, but the nade follows him back there, and we have Lilovka going in for that push. And Mini boss will be taking him down, but luckily Erman makes it on time for the Crazy Esport player Lilovka not to be thirsted by the last player from Lay Samaritan. That would have been a crazy situation there, but I believe I can see play there doing a number, and one player remains standing. That is a Tempest. Really, did Tempest just do a clutch on Fear and we missed that? And we were judging. He has to go away from this place, because right now there's a team closing on him here, and we saw some damage on Tempest, but he has to very much change his location before he is pushed again. But he decides to stop there and not place. Okay, and there one of the teammates, Nomi, down on his knees. We can see the teammate trying to get some position up in there. 6 gaming, still getting those knocks, Tat missing those fights. He doesn't want to be in the middle of those fights just yet. We have Ayo. Ooh, beautiful Kobe on his face. That leaves only one man, and that's gonna be KE and Mitat. Forced to take on a whole fight by himself there. We have TE also getting closer, and we have to see what's gonna be really happening here. Oh, it's gonna be a Kobe, and we'll be seeing Mitat going back to lobby now. With that fight ending, 6 game in his final here, and they're about to engage in this fight as well. TEL, they are in the center of the most intense fight now, seeing that 6 game in is finally back on their feet. 2 eliminations to their name, and they might just be looking for more eliminations as the game continues. So 6 game in, we have Riz 20 and my G baby. I don't know what their plan is, but of course the players there from 6 game in, that is Riz. So let's see what's really going to be happening there. The rotations are happening. Rainy Sports on their side here, they might just be pushed here by 6 gaming. Actually, yes, they will. And oh no, they will not. Yeah. Oh, he's lucky. No, no one wants this compound. I believe I know why they don't want it. Because of people like you. Because of people like you. Now with the zone closing in, Rise Esports will be trying to form their way into that zone. You have Emperor, that is Beast again, another solo remaining with Kanye, and they're going into that safe zone as well. Exit just by the edge of Georgetown. I don't think they want to leave that location just yet. Iowizi holding George Bull itself. They're going to be staying there for a while because the zone is actually here, so they can hold that place for quite a while before anything happens. You have ZANNETI making the rotations there into that zone 6 gaming. On the other hand, we're yet to see what will be happening here. So Crazy Sports, we have Crazy Mahiri, Crazy Arman, Crazy Lilovka, and Crazy Brain Boy. They have the players from 6 gaming very much close to them, but they're not really choosing to take on that fight just yet. They're taking their time. And that's something we'll be waiting to see how it really unfolds. What are we going to be expecting when it comes to these teams? Okay, cool. So we have a 6 game in there. We have Crazy Esports, that is Mahiri, Arman, Brainboy, and Lovka. They're just going to be maintaining their situation right now. I don't know if they want to really take on any fight just yet. The zone actually just closed in. That means the teams will be going towards. We have Crazy Esports, if I'm not wrong. Crazy. We have ZANNETI. These two teams are very much safe in that zone. But for the other teams, yeah, they will be forced to get closer to every other team. And that will be a lot of hassle, seeing that some of them have already secured places that they can see teams are trying to make their way into the safe. So now for TE, they have already lost one of the teams, that is Saharan, Anais and Quids are trying to get some sprays there, connecting, but no one is really getting damaged just yet. Team 16, that is 7KT. We have a stake. We have is it Mir? I think that's the name. Leta, Mir, I don't know how to say the names there, but then Rise Esports is losing numbers. That's the way Anna is, because it seems like they have been spotted there, and one of the teammates, no, what happened to Rise? I just tried to look at Anna, and the whole thing just went all the way back to 7KT. Now, I mean, they know there's a team there in that compound that is going to be TL, and they will be going in for that push. I'm sure they're going to try and get some sprays, or maybe a knock, an entry knock, so that they can go in for that push. But we have people coming from the back. That's going to be 6 gaming, and they're also scouting out the area. They're thinking about it. I don't think they want to be in the middle of a fight just yet, but they actually had the players from 7KT. They see a beautiful free vehicle, but then it doesn't have fuel. And they have to let it go. They thought they were going to steal a vehicle, and they were happy about it, but unfortunately that vehicle will not be having any fuel just yet. 7KT, that's going to be Skr. What's the name? Skr there will be taking his time. I don't think he wants to engage just yet. 11 teams and people are still surviving. What is happening, man? What is happening? But I know it's Wildcard. So I understand. I know they're trying to you know, do something about it. But of course, with that zone about to shift, so okay, they're taking on a compound, and we have Exit. Where was Exit when the game was beginning? Because Exit was not there, and we finally have a push there, and that's going to be Skrrr going down, and the teammate that is going to be Mirror is going to be forced to get closer. Exit getting a fast knock. Of course, the teammates will be closing as well. They will be trying to help their teammates, but someone from the back that is all lead, that party in the fight, they will be getting 2 players down. That's going to be Risky and his teammate. That leaves only one man standing, that is Kaber. They're trying to get a Kobe happening here. If he does well, he will be able to revive his teammates on time. Tries to get a grenade in there, but there's someone third party as well. He's very much low. Exit, you need to get the healing happening, but my friend Izzy will be third party, and they'll be taking you back to lobby with the third party fight. Now 8 teams remaining. Crazy Esports on the other hand here getting a lot of damage, and Arman getting knocked by the zone. They can't see a team in front of them, that is 6 gaming. They're trying to get some damage. I don't know if that's something that's going to be easy for them to survive. If the zone starts shifting and they're going to be forced to go down that hill, they will be encountering teams like 6 gaming. They will be spotted. They will be exposed to a lot of third parties. For teams like Izzy, that is actually watching the fight from afar. Now with that zone getting smaller, it's going to be a very interesting night. So let's wait and see how it goes. Izzy might just be looking for another chicken dinner. 8 eliminations to their name. Might just be looking for more. 8 teams still standing. The placement points might actually start working, but they're very little to be comfortable with just 8th place in this game. ZANNETI, the zone is shifting, and as you can see, the team that is only in zone right now is actually Izzy. Is this Izzy? Yes, Izzy is in zone. Crazy Esports is in zone, but every other team right now, they need to get moving. 6 gaming as well is in that safe zone. Rain Esports, they're also trying to close in here. Emperors are also on that edge of the zone, and we believe it's going to be a very tricky situation for them. With that zone shifting. Now Emperor, it's going to be Beast and Kanye. They're making rotations into that safe zone. We haven't seen that much of Emperor yet after that early fight, but of course Kanye gets knocked there. I mean, doing a rotation in the baggy in the tournaments is usually the worst thing ever, and Crazy Esports player Brainboy will be going down, and Emperor will be going down back to lobby as well. and 6 Gaming is actually on fire. They spot another team. That's going to be Izzy. Grenades going down where they are. Shiva getting spotted. A beautiful grenade lands on him there, and 6 Gaming is not going to be stopping there. Reese getting spotted. He goes down. That means Izzy is also very much alert. Another team closes in on them there. That's going to be TE. Everyone is scouting the area. They can hear the fights, but they do not want to engage. Their Crazy Esports, ZANNETI Esports as well. Raven, he goes down. Raven, I don't know how that happened there, but he was exposed there. Jaden also trying to scout out the area, and we have Zanina might just be jumping to his death, but luckily for him there, he will be surviving that jump instead of getting knocked or even thirsted. Shiva finally revived. Izzy, they need to make their way into that zone. They have to go into the high ground, and Crazy Esports have been there from the beginning of the game. You can see Lilovka there farming eliminations as someone has been spotted as well there. Nias, some sprays there. That's the damage. That's going to go down just yet, but the damage is beautiful. The spray is quite steady, and the player will not be going down just yet. ZANNETI, they go back to lobby. TE and AS, I don't know if he's going to be making it into that safe zone. Lilovka might just be looking to get some sprays towards him there just to get another knock or maybe some damage, but he is not engaging just yet. Crazy Esports with a majestic view in this fight. We have the players from Izzy closing in as well there. They want to get closer. Let's see what they can really do. Izzy making their rotations, making their turns. They're still looking for a very safe place to be in. Ananias finally makes it into the zone, but guess what, Habibi? We have a team coming in from the back. That's going to be Izzy. He's going to get distracted. Crazy Esports on the other hand, one of their teammates, so that's going to be Miramar, he's already down, and the zone is closing in there. They need to make it into the picture. A 7KT gets knocked there. Brainboy is working overtime. We need to help the team, and we have Amir there trying to get closer as well. They have teams coming in from all sides. Crazy Esports maintaining their composure. They do not want to lose it just yet. Amir closing as well there with the SLK Sports. The revive happening. The pre-fire is happening. He can hear people to the side. People's up there, but unfortunately Lilovka will be taking him down the nest of K, and the Crazy Esports will be enjoying their views. They can't see everyone. They can't survive. They have the location, and of course it's working to their advantage. TE and I has a grenade in his hand. If it goes well, we'll be seeing a Kobe. Nah, the nade misses, and that's gonna be it for Izzy. I mean, they're lucky on that one. But Ananias, I mean, your location has been exposed. That grenade could have saved you, but now it's gonna be a hard time surviving here. 4 teams remaining. I don't know what's gonna be happening here, but then right now most of the teams are going to be playing it safe. Izzy, they do not have the zone. 6 Gaming, they do not have the zone. Crazy Esports, they do have the zone. They do have the high ground. They have everything in their favor to give them that chicken dinner. So if they fumble it, business. Crazy Esports, their brain boy goes down. Mahir there, and Amar need to get really a lot right now. We have the no way. No way. But Crazy Esports, of course, will be getting that chicken dinner. They have the numbers, the view, and the high ground, but they would have fumbled. How was he knocked? How did that happen? Anyway, that is the story for another day there, and we have the last game winners as Crazy Esports are getting a chicken dinner with 16 eliminations to their name. Second place, you have 6 Gaming with 5. Third place, you have TE 11. Fourth, we have Izzy 6. 5, you have 7KT 0. 6, you have ZANNETI 3. 7, you have Emperors 1. 8, you have Rain 1. 9, you have N7 4. 10, you have Exit 1. 11, you have Foul Play 3. 12, you have Rise Esports 4. 13, you have KN2. 14, you have Fear 2. 15, VT2. 16, SAMARITANS 0. 17, Xdragons 2. And then 18, Fallen Ruthless 0. Going a lot with 5 eliminations, TE and Nice. We have Best Companion 2 Rescues, Crazy Mahiri. And then finish out with the final elimination, Crazy Mahiri. Well, actually, that is it for game number 4 and the last game for the wildcards tonight. Beautifully played from all the teams. The chicken dinners, the strategy, well played, well thought out. For now, guys, it is going to be good night from your girl Mitch Gaming. I'll be seeing you guys next time. It's tomorrow, basically today. Same time, 10 p.m. East Africa time. So make sure you lock in, and I'll be seeing you guys then. Bye.